Once the research question's been developed, the next step is conducting the systematic review. We talked about a systematic review a few videos ago, and if you recall, it's a specific type of scientific study that aims to evaluate the entire body of literature about a specific topic. Now, before the research team starts conducting the analysis, they need to develop their protocol. Once they have their study question, they know what they're going to be trying to find the answer to, and so they need to develop a protocol that's going to give them a high likelihood of finding the studies relevant to that question. So that means that they need to determine which databases they're going to evaluate to find studies. They're going to develop a series of keywords to do the search analysis on, so they'll be putting those keywords in to locate relevant studies. They're also going to develop a series of parameters that determine which studies will be included or excluded from the analysis. So, for example, they may determine that they're only going to look at studies that were conducted over the past 10 years. If they decide this in advance of doing the work, once they've completed the work, if they find a study that was conducted 11 or 12 years ago, it would be excluded because they've already determined that they're only looking at studies from the past decade, as an example. There are two important things to realize about the way that the protocol is developed in advance. The first is that by developing the protocol before any work is done, it increases the transparency of the process, but more importantly, it decreases the risk for any bias to enter the process. So that's important. The second part that's important to understand is that by developing the protocol in advance, there's not an arbitrary nature to the work. The research team knows how they're going to go about the work, and they're going to be doing that based on the protocol. So it's not like everybody's bringing papers they know to the table, or that only papers with a certain outcome are being considered. Rather, they're looking at the whole body of evidence, even if that means looking at studies where the data tell different stories. So that's an important reassurance for all of us about this process. In the next video, we're going to talk about evidence retrieval and identification. Thanks for listening today.